Well, good evening, everybody. It's July the 1st, 2011, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Trumpet Talk with Bill Bing. And yeah, I got a haircut. And it's the big news for the day. So, what I want to do is talk about how to play an etude or a solo, how to practice, I guess, is another way of looking at this particular trumpet talk. And I think it's really important to go into any practice session with an etude or a solo with some goal in mind. For example, if it's a new piece, now you have the luxury of listening to all kinds of recordings of works for trumpet. And so I encourage you to do that, but not before. Wait a minute. Before you go and listen to it, why don't you play it yourself and see what it does for you before somebody else gives you a rendition of what it does for them. So if you're going to play a new piece, go through the piece and take it pretty close to what the tempo might be, as close as you can get, to get a feeling for the overall musical content. And once you've done that a few times, then it gives you some sense of the structure of the work, and it also gives you some sense of how you might approach it. So it's something that I think is important, musically speaking, and also speaking from a technical standpoint as well. And at first I would highly recommend playing through it after, as I already mentioned, closer to the tempo, but then playing it slowly to sort of get a sense of the meat and potatoes of the piece. It's probably early to fine-tune the piece, but it's never too early to make music. So I would encourage all of you to look at a new piece of music with open ears and open eyes. And also once you've played through it a few times, then it's great to be able to listen to other performers and see how they interpret it. So it's really important to get a sense of the musical values in the piece, and then the technical sides of the work. And the other thing is not to practice too fast too soon. If you practice something too fast too soon, then the old saying goes, it's true, you're practicing your mistakes. So it's really important to practice at the level that you hope to perform, even though you might be playing it slowly. And there's so many things to do when you play the piece slowly that it doesn't get boring. And I've heard that some great soloists, even once they learn to work well and they come back and revisit the piece, they go back and play it slowly to reacquaint them, the muscle memory actually, with what it is that they're going to be playing. And the other thing I recommend is that you first play the piece in a fairly strict sense, that you don't give yourself too many musical liberties at first. That can come later, and it should come later. But at first you want to really have a sense of the work and how it would sound, just kind of playing it down. And then once you've played it a few times, then you can start opening up the musical tools that you bring with you and apply those to that particular composition. So hope this has been helpful. It's really common sense, isn't it? Don't try to do too much too soon. Practice from a position of strength, not from an area of weakness. And that goes for chops as well as a piece. And it's really important not to practice too fast too soon. So hopefully these tips will come in handy, and you've found this particular edition of Trumpet Talk helpful, if no other reason than a reminder to be very particular about what it is that you do when you're practicing. So that's the way I might play the Charlie Etude now. But when I first started playing it, I was very strict with it. So much more strict the first time through, but now that I know the piece better, I give myself a liberty to play it with more abandon. The Charlier especially, I used to practice them very strict tempo-wise, and I had a difficult time. I know there are people that do it and sound great, but I was not able to do that very successfully. It just felt like I was in a musical straitjacket. So after a while, I began to loosen up on the Charlier, and since I've been doing that, I've been having a great time practicing them. Okay, I think that's probably more than enough for today. I went over my 5-minute limit, so sorry about that. But anyway, I hope you found it helpful, and look forward to doing more of these because they give me a sense of purpose, and I hope they help you as well. So take care, have a good day or evening, and I'll look forward to hopefully seeing you again on the Bill Bing Trumpet Talk series. Bye-bye.